The Perodua Alza is 13 years old. That's right, 13. It is ancient in the world of cars, and it was launched so far back in time that even Doctor Strange wouldn't dare venture back into that timeline for whatever reason. I'm just joking, but honestly, yeah, it is getting a little long in the tooth. Now, the only reason why Perodua is discontinuing the sale of the current Alza is because Malaysia is finally, after many years, switching from Euro 2 emissions to Euro 4. Actually, the other reason why it's discontinuing sales of the Alza is because it's also 13 years old. That's how long it is. But the fact that the Alza has gone on sale for 13 years is a testament to the popularity of the MPV. Because despite its age and lack of safety features and equipment lists, people are still buying it. Even up to the past few months, they still managed to sell like 500 units of brand new Alza every month. So yeah, 13 years, not that many features. It's still popular, so it goes to show that this segment, the MPV in this price bracket of between 50,000 ringgit to 60,000 ringgit, is still very important and there's still more for the taking. What actually makes the Alza a bit more palatable as a family car for some people is the fact that it rides on a unibody platform as opposed to the more basic ladder frame chassis like the Perodua Arus. Perodua also wanted the new Alza replacement to sit on a unibody architecture as opposed to, body on frame or ladder frame structure. So when Toyota announced the new Avanza that is based on the DNGA platform, which is the same one as the Ativa, suddenly no more excuse to not make a new Alza, right? It's finally time, so let's get cracking. I want to be 100% honest with you. There hasn't been any sort of confirmation that the new Alza will sit on the DNGA platform, but come on, if you trust us, I think it's almost a guarantee that the Alza will sit on the DNGA platform because the Avanza and its Daihatsu twin, the Xenia in Indonesia, both sit on the DNGA platform, and all Perodua has to do is take what they can and make an Alza version out of it. So the triplets, as they always do. Now, in case you didn't know, Perodua already has the capability to assemble DNGA cars here in Malaysia, and the Ativa being the first. So at launch, the Alza will be the second DNGA model that they assemble and make here in the country. Now, in terms of sheer size, the new Alza will be quite a bit longer, taller, and also wider than the outgoing Alza, but not nearly as long or wide as the Proton Exora. That car is also ancient by car standards, or car years for that matter. We have no clue how the Alza will officially look, but let us help you with your imagination. Just look at the photos of the Avanza, then take a look at this set of renderings made by our friend Theophilus Chin. He said the designs are based on leaked information, so if that were to be true, then expect the Alza to look fairly close to this. In terms of features, it will get some of the Ativa's toys, such as a 9-inch touchscreen infotainment system, digital air conditioning controls, and even the 7-inch digital instrumentation on higher-end models. Whether or not the Alza will come with Apple CarPlay or Android Auto remains to be seen, but if you ask us, we don't think it's anytime soon. It's not an outright impossibility because Perodua is actually studying the implementation of it, unlike Proton, which wouldn't even bother. So in the not too distant future, I think we'll see some Perodua cars with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And personally, I find that to be very exciting because I really love Apple CarPlay. I don't know about you guys, but Perodua, hurry up already, beat Proton at this game, okay? More importantly, because the Alza is supposed to be based on the DNGA platform, it means that it is set to receive a massive, and I mean massive, safety upgrades. Because number one, you can expect at least a minimum of 6 airbags, no longer the 2 that you have now, and PSDA, which is Perodua Safety Drive Assist. So maybe features like AEB, lane departure warning, will be standard across the board, and such is the case with the Ativa and the Myvi AV, the top spec Alza, presumably the AV, will also get level 2 self-driving functionalities, so adaptive cruise control and lane centering assist will be available on the Alza, which occupies this 50, 60, maybe even 70,000 ringgit space. And I think that gets me really, really excited. In terms of the powertrain, you have two options available, but we'll start with the likelier of the two, which is the Avanza's 1.5-litre 4-cylinder naturally aspirated engine. This makes about 106 PS as well as 138 Nm of torque, and it is only front-wheel drive, but it gets the new D-CVT transmission that is found on the Ativa as well as the Myvi. It's a really good transmission. You be sure to check out our very in-depth breakdown of the article on poltan.org. I think you'll be excited to learn about that really good gearbox. The second option is the Ativa's 1-litre turbocharged 3-cylinder petrol engine that makes about 98 PS as well as 140 Nm of torque. The turbocharged engine will undoubtedly feel a bit faster because torque arrives a little bit earlier, like at 2,400 RPM, as opposed to the 1.5-litre engine's 4,200 RPM. So torque arrives earlier, gives you a bit more shove, but at the expense of fuel economy when it's fully occupied with 7 people. Just ask any Perodua Ativa or Myvi owners. They'll probably tell you the same thing. And based on our experience, the turbocharged Ativa is a little bit less fuel efficient than the new Myvi facelift. But at the end of the day, whichever engines we get, I don't think it matters because you can't go wrong. Either way, they're both decent and reliable engines. So when can we expect the Alza to be launched? Honestly, if you ask us, we have no clue, but because this car is going to be such an important car for Perodua, expect it to be launched sooner rather than later. And by that, I mean definitely sometime this year. The CEO himself has confirmed that the Alza will be launched this year, so it's only a matter of time now. As for the pricing, now it gets a little bit tricky because currently the Alza is priced between 50,000 ringgit to 60,000 ringgit, but with all the additional safety features, the whole brand new platform, it's probably gonna go up in price, okay? Just don't get mad. So maybe instead of 50 to 60, it's gonna be like 60 to 70,000 ringgit. Maybe a little bit more. If you look at the Indonesian market pricing, the Xenia and the Avanza get close to 90,000 ringgit if you convert the rupiah prices. But that's also because they get imposed with the luxury tax there. So if you ask us, based on our opinion, our analysis, we think that it's going to be priced between 60 to maybe 75. Whether or not we're right remains to be seen. Okay, I think I've said enough. I've gone on for too long. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. But more importantly, let us know how you feel, what you think of the car, the design, the features, the safety features. And if you are happy paying the additional price for all the extra features that you get. We look forward to what you have to say. And it's been a pleasure, guys. Thanks for watching. Till next time. Bye-bye.